Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now April 7th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that as of right now, we do know that the new Star Wars universe is, of course, Disney's main focus. What they are trying to do as of right now is that they're trying to introduce new eras of the franchise, either after the events of Episode 9 or before the events of Episode 1, or everything in between, right? Now, the thing about Bob Chapek is that he's really trying to create a legacy for himself. That's exactly why he's cleaning up Lucasfilm. He's giving Star Wars a major facelift, not just to regain the lost fans from the sequel trilogy era, but to also create a better future for Star Wars, to really make it an everlasting brand, just like the MCU. If you look at the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's been going on for more than 10 years, on a very successful note at that, without any complications really. And obviously that's what Bob Chapek wants to see for, of course, the Star Wars brand. Now, with this new universe, obviously, it's really going to be larger than the old expanded universe. That's the big plan by Disney and Lucasfilm. And what's really exciting about all of this is the fact that they actually have a plan in place in order to bring back the character of Luke Skywalker in various ways in this new expanded universe. Now, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as their new Star Wars universe. Currently, Bob Chapek has promoted Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau to have key creative choices and decisions of the new universe that will introduce brand new eras to the Star Wars fans around the world. Now, currently, it's noted that Bob Chapek has a plan in place in order to allow Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, and George Lucas to work closely with each other in order to create a story that will bring Luke Skywalker back to life. Dave Filoni is said to play a major role in this development, and that Dave Filoni is said to introduce the powers of the wills of the cosmic force as well, that will play a role into bringing Luke Skywalker back to life temporarily for the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, and even in books, novels, and comics. Now, it's noted that Dave Filoni's plan to bring Luke Skywalker back to life has to do with Luke Skywalker rebuilding the Jedi Order with Rey, that is going to include Luke Skywalker teaching Rey lessons about the Force and the Jedi, where it's noted that Dave Filoni wants to bring Luke back to life to face the revival of Palpatine through Palpatine's spirit taking over a dark acolyte's body, where Luke is said to come back to life to fight Palpatine in the forms of books, novels, and comics, and yes, even the planned Rise of Skywalker sequel series that will be in animated form. Now, it's noted that Lucasfilm views this as a way to bring back one big hero and villain to have an iconic duel in the new Star Wars universe, and would be loosely based off of Star Wars Dark Empire from the mid-1990s. So what's really exciting about this is that they are finally going to give fans a chance to witness a duel between Luke and Palpatine, a face-off, if you will, that we have not seen in a very long time. You know, the thing about Star Wars, right? If you look at the movies such as Return of the Jedi, technically Luke and Palpatine did not have an actual duel or a face-off, if you will. They didn't necessarily fight against each other. It was more so Palpatine pretty much, you know, I guess you could say torturing Luke. In Dark Empire and Star Wars Legends, however, there was a duel between Luke and Palpatine, a literal lightsaber duel, and that's exactly what they want to do for this new expanded universe by reviving both Luke and Palpatine in one of the actual new eras that's going to take place after the events of Episode 9. So the thing about this, right, when you look at everything of what Bob Chapek has been trying to do, is that he's trying to really do incredible things just like this, where everything is going to be loosely based off of Star Wars Legends, and not just that, but also bringing back many elements of Legends content, accurately speaking, that's actually going to become a part of the Disney canon material. Now, the thing about the Rise of Skywalker sequel series, it's actually said that the animation is going to be more lifelike, probably more around the lines of how the old Republic cinematic cutscenes look. That's exactly what they're aiming for it to look more lifelike. So that's one thing that I'm very excited about, you know? So when we look at everything between Luke, Rey, and Palpatine, that entire story is in fact going to continue with this new expanded universe that's really going to reshape the Star Wars lore as we know it. Now, the last thing I really want to point out here real quick is the fact that Dave Filoni is going to have a big role in making creative choices alongside George Lucas and Jon Favreau. But Dave Filoni will be making the overall structure of these choices between Luke Skywalker's revival and even Palpatine's revival in this new expanded universe. Let's not forget that even in Legends, Palpatine came back to life twice. And that's exactly what they want to do once more under Disney. So, like I've said before in the past, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.